My name is Powell Kinney. I'm the Chief Product Owner of the Mobility Services Platform, or the MSPF, for Toyota. I actually work with Toyota Connected North America, which is a kind of from the global side of data innovation. We're down the road from Toyota Motor North America in Plano. But we're here to talk a little bit about Toyota's mobility vision, their journey towards mobility, and what we kind of think from an automaker's perspective what that future looks like. So this year at CES, Akio Toyoda, our CEO of Toyota Motor Corporation, introduced the idea of his goal of transitioning Toyota from being an automobile company to being a mobility company, and what that really means. And this isn't the first time we've made a transition like this. About 80 years ago, Kiichiro Toyoda changed Toyota from being a loom company, we made fabric looms, into being an automotive company. At the same time, we made the transition and taking what we already did really well from making looms and being a really good manufacturing company, and immediately applied that to building something else. But we didn't start all over again learning how to manufacture. We took a bit of that legacy to become what most people know us as today, of making really great vehicles all around the world. And really, it's a matter of pairing kind of a bold vision of wanting to create vehicles with that same legacy and the wherewithal to really get there. We can trace much of what Toyota has, much of the success Toyota's had, and you can see that the manufacturing ideas, the manufacturing processes that Toyota really pioneered across all sorts of industries now. And so now we're moving towards this new form of what we want to be as far as mobility company. And we need to bring what's made us successful so far, which is making great vehicles, but also pair that with a platform, pair that with other services on top of those vehicles that provide mobility for our customers. The vision really is to provide what we call mobility for all. And that's really a matter of taking people from point A to point B, whether that's across the room, across town, across the country. In order to do that, we have to pair the car with a platform. And so the platform that we've been envisioning is the Mobility Services Platform. And this is really our single software platform, single customer kind of experience platform to bring different types of mobility, different use cases around mobility to our end customers. We want to support the use cases of today, so car sharing, ride sharing, fleet management, but at the same time build a platform that's flexible enough and expansive enough to add new use cases, new business use cases, but at the same time providing a consistent experience for our customers. So we have been working with a lot of our different companies around Toyota. A little bit first about kind of Toyota Connected. Toyota Connected was founded in 2016, so we've only been around for about 2 years. We're one of the younger Toyota companies. We started off with just a handful of folks, but now we're up to 200. 90% of those are software developers, and that's really what we're focused on, is creating a place where we can bring some of the best and brightest in AI, natural language processing, design, user experience, back-end software development, application development, all the things necessary to build out that platform, and give them a place to work and really hone their craft, really be able to participate in and start to push the state of the art as far as technology goes, supporting mobility. At the same time, we've actually, in the last year, we've actually expanded. So to kind of match the global footprint of Toyota, we've actually introduced Toyota Connected Europe. So we have another branch in London. We announced in April of this year. That's not only tapping into a new talent pool, a new place where we can get some great folks to work with, but also looking at the challenges and the difference in what mobility means in Europe versus what mobility means in the US, what mobility means in Asia. Give us kind of that global idea of as we're building this platform, we have to understand where all it's going to get plugged in. At the same time, it's not really about what we build. A lot of it has to do with how we build. Toyota was one of the pioneers in kind of what we now consider agile, kind of the industry standard. If you're going to start a software company, if you're going to build in a modern software company, chances are you're going to go through agile training, Scrum training, and typically they're going to tell you at the beginning, hey, Toyota started this. This all comes from our manufacturing. So as an example, or one of these kind of exemplary of taking our legacy, the same things we use to build looms and what made us a successful loom company, that made us a successful automotive company, we want to bring that into how we do software. So very iterative software development, very responsive to customer needs. Our team runs 1-week sprints, so every week we have a new version of our product ready to go, at least once a week. And that's again, it's not anything new that we're doing, we're just applying it to a new area. And we're using that to tackle these mobility problems. So at TC, we're building this platform. You know, we started with the first real use case at the top there, second from the left, car sharing. And so we had a great partner, our distributor in Hawaii, named Servco. They have always been a really good partner with Toyota, and they, in addition to providing vehicles to the people in Honolulu, they also wanted to provide mobility and really expand how they could address these mobility concerns or mobility needs of their customers. And so they came to us, and really it was a matter of combining their experience. They're on the grounds. They understand the community. They understand the cities they're working with. They have great relationships with businesses. We wanted to come alongside them and help them build the software to support that. And really, it's a model from our perspective that we want to embrace. We have a great dealer network, and so Servco is one of those great parts of that network that allows us to really address the true customers' needs. So we worked with them, built an application for them, worked with them for several months, getting us better and better and better. And they actually, at the same time while we were working on the software, let's go back. So at the same time we were working on the software, they're working on their marketing. But the application we built, and this is available in the App Store, they launched in June, July of this year. The application that we built for them allows the user to, it's usually a little smoother than that. Let's go back. Let's try that again. It's a very smooth user experience, I promise. There we go. So it allows you to look around, find a vehicle that you want to drive, to let you know when you want to drive it. As slick and as easy and as quick in from when you start till actually you're unlocking the car. So find the application, or find the vehicle, launching the vehicle, and create a reservation. Once you create the reservation, download a digital key to your phone. We use a technology called Smart Keybox, which is our proprietary technology for locking and unlocking Toyota vehicles via Bluetooth. And so walk up to the car, unlock it, get in, and it acts like a normal car, press the start button, and off it goes. So a lot of other approaches to this sort of technology could have tried to add additional layers on top of this. Maybe I start the car differently. Maybe I approach the car and lock the car differently. But again, we want to take what we already do well, what people are used to in driving great cars, and just put the littlest bit of software on top and a little bit of experience to be able to do that in a different way, while still being able to have that Toyota experience, that Lexus experience. So Servco launched. They created a brand called Hui. They did marketing, worked with their customers, got stations, vehicles ready to go, and for all indications, very, very successful launch. They've got cars running now. And even driving in there, I think we had a couple engineers that got to go to Hawaii. It's not too bad, but they drive up and they'd be in a Hui car, and someone would tell them, roll down the window, when is it coming? They're really excited. They're really excited about this, and a lot of that is due to Servco's marketing and efforts with the community. So again, we could have taken an approach of just building one piece of software, just focusing just on the car sharing piece. But we know we've got something bigger we're trying to build, and so taking that software and really using that to build a platform that now we have a car sharing piece of that platform. We have other pieces that we're starting to roll out around the world, because we're looking at that as a consistent experience, a consistent platform for our users to use. So that's part of this overall journey. We talked about the platform side, the software side. Like I said, it's the combination of those two, the platform and the vehicles. But I want to share a little bit about the vehicle as well. Also announced at CES the year, Toyota showed our concept for what a vehicle that's purpose-built for this mobility as a service. And we kind of talked about the term autonomous, so not just mobility as a service, but mobility as a service powered by an autonomous vehicle. What does that actually look like? ePallet, which is what we call the vehicle, is kind of an example of what we do. We have an alliance that we're working with with members of lots of other industries, from Amazon to Didi to Pizza Hut to Uber, that are working with us to help craft this vehicle. And it showed a little glimpse of what we think in this context of a city, in the context of community, what that looks like. I just want to show a brief clip from the video from CES.
ePallet. Enter the ePallet business ecosystem. On-demand retail experience. ePallet acts as a mobile shop or showroom. The mobile e-marketplace meets you when and where it's convenient for you. First, choose products you're requesting online. Multi-purpose moving space. The meaning of transportation may change. Travel time is no longer driving time. It's increased efficiency and productivity time. On-demand city. Many types of services can gather, even in remote areas, blurring the lines between brick and mortar, retail, and e-commerce. ePallet, our vision of future mobility services and mobility commerce.
So that's ePallet, reconfigurable vehicle designed to be able to satisfy whatever the car part of that mobility need. The platform side of that, while we're working on ePallet, we're also going ahead and working on that platform. And in fact, what we have deployed in Hawaii today, what we're deploying around the world, is the same platform that powers that vehicle. So that when that future starts to arrive, it's not, it's part of how we're providing mobility already. We think like platforms like MSPF are really the core of what will power Toyota's mobility future. There it goes. And we think, if anyone can make this successful, it's really going to be a matter of not forgetting where we came from, combining the new platforms, the new business models with this legacy that Toyota is able to bring as well. And we think that's really what's going to make this transition to a mobility company successful. So thank you very much for the chance to talk. I think I have 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer any. And if not, I'll be at one of the tables. I think I saw it over here somewhere. So if you have any questions later, feel free to come up and ask. Thank you.
Powell, I have a question.
Yes.
We just heard about healthcare, and then we saw ePallet. Is Toyota thinking about delivering healthcare to, kids, mothers, elderly at their homes? And what are you guys thinking about the ePallet with the intersection with health?
Yeah, we're looking at lots and lots of different, any time where we typically think of getting into a car and going somewhere, we want to consider the possibility, can that just come to us? Is it more efficient for it to come to us? Like the shoe store example, or I think of, with kids and trying to shop for kids' clothes, things like that might be easier when they are, like you said, when they're coming to the home. Healthcare is another great example of that, especially reaching areas where this would be very beneficial for providing healthcare. So lots and lots of different business cases, lots of different opportunities for that. And it's just a matter of really why we kind of built that alliance, because we want to go and find people that have those ideas and then use that to drive the design of the car and to drive the design of the product.
A lot of these cities are early adopters, so I suspect during lunch You're going to have various proposals presented to you to be the test bed, their city to be your test bed for various use cases. You know, one of the things I take away from this is that as cities talk to big mobility service providers, that conversation which you're to some extent having with Servco is going to be different in different cities, different demands, and having that wide range of use cases will help a lot.
Absolutely. That's why we know there's a global piece of this. We know there's a common piece, but at the same time, there's different approaches to it, and it's why we have an office in London now. We're trying to find out what those differences are and make sure we can approach those in each city, like you said.
Well, on behalf of everybody, thanks to Powell. Thank you for being an innovator in this space. We need the mobility as a service. It's not here yet, but it feels like it's just at the cusp.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks. Appreciate it.